RingIQ TV, proudly sponsored by Eubank London. I'm delighted to be joined by the one and only Master Knowledge, Spencer Fearon. Spence, how you doing, bro?
I'm blessed, man. Went on your station just the other day.
Yeah. So just before the Crawford Canelo fight, you gave me your take on it. What did you make of the fight?
I thought the fight was excellent. I thought what we witnessed was this thing which I've been speaking about, is a Christ-like consciousness that not a lot of people understand. And this is not physical, this is spiritual. And when you're dealing with a metaphysics, that means that you're getting out-of-body experiences encapsulated inside the flesh. And that's what we saw with Terence Crawford's fantastic performance the other day. We can see certain guys, certain people are Neo from the Matrix, and he is Neo from the Matrix. That's what he did. He turned up and he did his thing, you know. And that was a pleasure to go and watch, you know.
Take his skill away. Take about 20-30% away. Would he have won just with that spiritual mentality?
No, because he had to be 100%, because he was dealing with another spiritual event, and it was like a cosmic force, because it was Mexico independence. And when you're dealing with that as well, you're dealing with, there's a strength there, you know what I mean? And when you're dealing with that, it's serious, and it's not a joke. But me speaking to layman people, they're not going to understand this. But the people who understand that, with spiritual worth, and it's the spirituality meeting training and dedication and conviction. And when you get that, you're going to see something special. And that's what we saw inside Terence Crawford. There's certain people who are blessed for certain things, and they make their blessing look so blissful, and that's what we got.
Absolutely. That victory is being compared to the one Floyd Mayweather had over Canelo as well, which was years ago. How do you break down both fights? Which victory?
There are two different stages of Canelo's career, right? But what I have to say is this: a 38-year-old Floyd Mayweather never looked as good as a 38-year-old Terence Crawford. That's what we got to judge it on.
And if obviously you could take both careers, both achievements.
But I can't, because what we have to look at is this.
I mean, which one would you be happy with?
Which one would I be with?
You'd be happy with both, but which one would you prefer?
But I also got to be honest with it, yeah? And take away the fact that Floyd deliberately does things to be disliked, right? I prefer Terence Crawford. Give me Terence Crawford any day of the week over Floyd Mayweather. Don't get twisted. I spent a lot of time with Floyd. When he first came over, I was the first guy to host him when he was doing all of his tours, right? I was going on tour with him. But Floyd has got a lot going on. Do you know what I mean? And then he's got to be this character, and he's very safeguarded about not letting people being close to him and all the rest of it. But if you look at the beautifulness that was summoned on the weekend by Terence Crawford, no one can't tell me that God's not real, right? And no one can't tell me that spirit becomes flesh, and we witnessed that with Terence Crawford. And I'm really grateful for him. He's got a lot of time. Like, there's times I can just follow him out of the blue, right? Jump on the show, and he was just, yeah, go and do it. So he always jumps with the fight is right with myself and Babatunde Ajayi. I've got a lot of time for Terence Crawford, man. Trust me, he's a uniquely special guy he's real.
Would you like to see him fight, obviously again against the likes of David Benavidez?
Why?
Because that was meant to be Canelo's next fight, no?
No, but apparently so. No, I wouldn't be in a rush to say I want to see those fights. I'm not in a rush to see Terence Crawford go fight anybody. You know what I mean? If Terence Crawford said, all right, then I want to go walk off into the sunset now, then so be it. You know what I mean? Terence Crawford is a very astute human being, right? And when you witness Christ-like consciousness, you know what I mean? When your personality surpasses your ego, you know what I mean? You know when to swerve out or all the rest of it. But on the performance that he gave last time out, maybe him mixing with a couple middleweight guys, yeah. But, you know what I mean? Right now, his performance that he put in was a beautiful thing to see.
Do you think the fight versus him and Boots Ennis has pretty much the past now?
No, because Boots is the next generation, right? But on the performance that we saw on the weekend just there, Boots can't handle him right now. I'm just going to be real. And I rate Boots, but Boots can't handle him right now.
And just moving on, obviously we're here for unfinished business. It is unfinished business for one guy, Benn. He lost. Why would it be unfinished business for Chris Eubank Jr.?
I don't know. I think the unfinished business has to be that of financial rewards. If it wasn't stipulated in the contract there was going to be a rematch, Chris Eubank wouldn't have anywhere else to go. I'm just going to be real. You have to look what Chris Eubank is doing is this. Chris Eubank is infusing the entertainment element and the fact that people are on him. You know what I mean? That's my brother, Benn we saying, bro. So these are, bro, we saying Andy, long time no see, my friend. Sorry about that, but I got to hell up my brother. These are guys are my brothers, man. So when I look on those kind of things, I'm saying like how important it is for us to go and watch greatness. And I'm grateful that I see greatness. And also to see, I'm keeping this thing on 100 as a boxing fan. It's appealing to me to see the artistry of the things that I grew up to watch, who I idolize, black American fighters. I idolize them. And what Terence Crawford did on the weekend was him saluting the murderer's row. Great men like Ezzard Charles, Archie Moore, you know what I mean? Charlie Burley, Holman Williams. He was saluting those guys with that victory.
And do you think, obviously, bringing Bomac into Chris Eubank's corner again, do you think he ups his game going into the second fight?
I think he'll up his game mentally. That's what I believe. He'll up his game mentally.
You think the skills will improve by much, or is he gone past that stage of learning?
Do you know what? He's already worked with Bomac before. I think he'd want to impress more because it's all about energy. And after the fantastic win that Bomac has just had with Chris Eubank, with Terence Crawford, it will raise the game of Chris Eubank.
And Spence, one more question before we leave, I promise. Do you think Chris Eubank can get under the skin of Eddie Hearn, Conor Benn, Nigel Benn, the whole team?
Do I think he can get underneath the skin?
Yeah. Chris
No,
Eubank,
no, I don't. I really don't. Yeah, I mean, I know Conor really well. I know both of them really well, but I know Conor really well. Conor's very thick-skinned, you know. And I was lucky enough, like last month, I was at the Grime Daily Gala, and he was down there. And we talked to Chris, and Chris, excuse my French, Chris said, listen, sorry, Chris, Conor is saying, I just want to fuck him up. And Jay Spades was backing him. And I said, don't involve me, I know both of them.
Thank you very much, Spence. Cheers for your time, brother. Take care.
Yeah, come on.